Hello Scorpio, this is going to be your astrology read for April. So here we go, Scorpio, and I can just say it's a month of deep feeling, deep emotional feelings and understanding of self. So on the 4th of April, we have Venus moving into your 8th house. So that's going to be assisting you with, Venus in the 8th house is a lot about finance as well. So finding unexpected money from a partner, or even gifts. So all of that when it relates to money, or partnering up when it comes to money, on how to work things. So that's that Venus energy coming into your 8th house, but also gives you a chance to be more open. And Scorpio, it's not easy for you to be open. We all know that your feelings run deep and you feel things so strongly and deeply. It's almost like if you were to think of the ocean, right at the bottom of the ocean, that's where Scorpio lies with all their feelings. It's so deep because you are a water sign, so you feel things really strongly. That's what makes you so intuitive, because of that strong feelings that you have. So given that, it's going to actually allow you to be more open with yourself, allow for your feelings to flow, feeling emotional, letting out things and frustrations that you're probably feeling right now, and feeling kind of just, where is all of this taking me? Where am I going with all of this? What next? I just would like a break. I would just like a minute to catch my breath, because it's been quite a transit for you guys, because you've had Uranus move into your house of relationships. So Uranus is in Taurus, right? Uranus is in Taurus, and Taurus is your opposite zodiac. So Uranus is going to be in your house of relationships for the next 7 years. And this is one of those months where you're going to be really looking at your relationships, Scorpio. Uranus in your house of relationships, and relationships being with people you hold close to you, lovers, partners, colleagues, friends, everything like that. Uranus brings chaos and unexpected change. It's where you just feel like you need to change. This is not who you are anymore. You're now changing, you're now growing. And almost kind of like when relating to others, you just are different. Or even you're feeling kind of like, where are you coming from? I really just don't even understand you right now. That is that Uranus in your house of relationships. And it's hard to be in a partnership when you have Uranus in your house of relationships, because it's hard to relate. And the things that people say and do just seem so unexpected and out of the blue. It shakes it up. And it's teaching you how to kind of be yourself, for one, hold on to what you think feel is dear to you, listening to your own heart. That's what that Uranus does. It's here to revolutionize and change your house of relationships, in the sense that how you're going to interact and what you're going to want for yourself is going to be totally different. Scorpio is a very passionate and deep sign, and they care deeply. So much. There's so much of love and devotion within the zodiac sign of Scorpio. It's really, really like the ocean. It's deep, and some people even feel afraid of that, because they don't know how to even understand someone having such deep feelings. And this is why it's changing your house of relationships. It's showing you that what you think, these are who people are, and sometimes you need to take a step back. So oftentimes within a relationship, Scorpio themselves can feel suffocated, or they can feel like their feelings are suffocating them, of how strongly they feel for someone, and they're not getting the same kind of feeling back. So they can either feel suffocated, feel like they're suffocated by their own feelings, or suffocate their partners with all their feelings. Now you're asked to kind of let go a little, release that a little, let go of these feelings, and actually seeing, where does it come from? What is the root of the intensity of these strong feelings that lie so deep within you? And you have 7 years to do that. But this month, it's giving you that energy to really look at it. So you can expect to want to change your relationships, because Uranus is about chaotic change. Just feeling like, I need something new in my life. I need freedom. So during this time, it's important for you, Scorpio, to cultivate freedom for yourself and freedom within your relationships. And that is something that will actually see you through. You know, instead of getting into the complications and the conflict of it all, because it can push you to a point of anger, frustration, and aggravation. So instead of going there, just try to accept the differences within yourself and others, and that you are a unique individual with really strong feelings, deep, and you need time to allow those feelings within you to be free, you know, to come through, and space to hold for those feelings. So that's what's happening in your 7th house. And on the 8th of April, we're going to have the full moon in April, and it's going to be in your 12th house. Now the 12th house energy is again about relationships, and this is going to give you the chance. The 12th house energy is the end of the zodiac, so that's Pisces energy there. And Pisces is ruled by illusion. So it's time for you to get very real about your relationships, all of them, and see the things that are hidden, and even the relationship you have with yourself, all the things that are under the surface, what isn't true, anything that you've been telling yourself. You know, we do that as human beings. We, especially Scorpio, you're so deep that you don't say anything, and sometimes what you do say doesn't even get to the surface of it, and now you've got to go deep and really sit with the things that aren't seen, go into. And the moon in the 12th house is very uncomfortable because of that. It shines light on the parts of ourselves that we sometimes don't see. It's called our shadow self, and the shadow selves of those around us. So it's giving you that introspective understanding, but it's only doing it for your own healing. You need to watch your dreams, so even the dreams that you have about other people, because the 12th house energy is very intuitive. It's showing you the subconscious understandings you have and things that are within your mind that you're processing as well. So for you to actually release it, you need to watch your health during that time, because it's a time to declutter your psychic energy. So everything within you, all that psychic energy that you kind of aren't not going into the feeling of it, it's now here to be open and allow for it to flow, and allow for you to see things about yourself and within others. Give it the space to flow through you, move through you. Remember, you are a fixed sign. So sometimes when I say fixed sign, you're very fixed in your feelings because you're water, so fixed in your feelings. And then you have that Uranus energy in your relationships, creating all that change and asking you to change things change things within yourself. And then you have to see the parts of yourself that, you naturally sometimes want to move away from, or we see in others that we want to move away from. You're not asked to look at it. Allow it to make you feel something, and allow those feelings to move through you. Then on the 20th, we have the sun in your house of relationships as well. As the sun moves into Taurus, and then the 23rd, 24th, we're going to have the new moon in Taurus, which is going to also be in your 7th house. So new beginnings in your house of relationships, where you're going to see a new way to be doing things, a new way of understanding things, new beginnings for relationships, reigniting everything that you felt during April as well within your intimate relationships. Also, it's important for you to see the places with that new moon where you people please and do things for others, because the 7th house is that Libra energy with that new moon for you, and it's about where you give too much of yourself, and it's finding the balance within your relationships. So a new beginning to find balance within your relationships. So as I'm expressing to you, Scorpio, it's deep, it's emotional, you're pushed to feel, you're made to feel. You're made to feel things that, you normally just go on your way as you do, say nothing, Have you ever had that feeling where you want to cry and you just give yourself a big gulp and you don't cry and you just walk on? But you walk on in an angry way, so you don't, have you ever heard that saying too, like, That's one of the things that people do. Or the other thing is where you get angry in order to not allow your hurt feelings to come through. So instead of expressing the feelings, the tears, you rather get angry about it. You rather get frustrated about it. So now you're asked to actually allow for those feelings to come through. So the more you fight it, the more angry you're going to feel. You know, you are ruled by Mars, and Mars is God 4, and Pluto, underworld. So it's kind of like, you know, I'd rather just be mad about it than be sad about it. Well, now you're asked to actually feel, to go into your feelings, allow for them to be released, allow for them to cleanse you, allow for them to change you, allow for them to change your relationships and how you relate to others. Thank you for watching.